Cooper here with On the Black. Just wanted to follow up with a conversation I was having with some of you guys on Facebook last week, and we were talking about dealing Jason Bay for A.J. Burnett, and I personally said that if I were the Mets and that deal was offered, I would take that deal. And a lot of you gave some feedback and disagreeing with me, which is fine, but let me elaborate a little bit more on why I would trade Jason Bay for A.J. Burnett straight up. I think over the last 2 years, I think we've seen Jason Bay on a decline here. We will never, in my opinion, get the Jason Bay that was in Boston or that was in Pittsburgh. I don't think he's going to hit over 20 home runs for the Mets this year, and I don't think his batting average is going to be anything over like 260, regardless of whether or not the Mets are bringing in the fences at Citi Field. The flip side of that, let me give you some of the stats from A.J. Burnett from last year. And yes, I know that he was very bad for the Yankees at times, but let me give you some of his stats. Last year, he pitched 190 innings. That was more than Capuano pitched for the Mets last year, more than G pitched, and more than Neese pitched. He also made 32 starts, and he had 173 strikeouts. Those 173 strikeouts were more than any Mets pitcher in the Mets rotation in 2011. He had a whip of 1.43, and that was slightly better than Mike Pelfrey's whip. So, you know, if you take his stats from the American League East last year and look at them compared to some of the Mets pitchers, he's right there in the mix or a little bit better than them. And if he moves over to the NL, to the NL East, I think those stats still kind of rate to be better. And sorry for coughing there, but I'm still trying to get over a little bit of a cold here. So, you know, I think while A.J. Burnett has had his struggles with the Yankees, and I'm not saying that he would come to the Mets and be the Mets' savior and be the ace of their pitching staff or anything like that, I do think he has the talent and the ability to help the Mets pitching staff in 2012 if that were a trade that were to happen. And you never know. I mean, a change moving across town for Bay and moving across town for Burnett may work out for both teams and both players. And the money, if you look at the years and the amount of money that each player has remaining, it's about the same. So there's no, you know, heavy hit or extra burden or anything like that in terms of salary. So those are my thoughts. If that trade were offered, A.J. Burnett for Jason Bay, I would make that deal if I were the Mets. Would love to hear some feedback from some of you guys out there. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.